Tell Casey on his birthday that he was going to be a dad.
But soon they found out Plum, as they call him now, was not healthy.
Prayed for a miracle. The idea that he maybe would not make it through that was not ever on our radar. So we were pretty surprised when we found at 16 weeks his heart had stopped.
That was one of 2 heartbreaking pregnancies for the Fisher family. Shortly after that, they lost another baby at 26 weeks. What to do in the moments of terrible loss and grief can be really overwhelming and debilitating, and that's where the Walk With Me organization comes in. Joining me now to talk about Walk With Me and their upcoming fundraiser is Casey Fisher, who you just saw there in that clip. Good morning.
Good morning.
Thank you for coming in.
Thank you for having me.
So first, I do want to say thank you so much for letting me share your story. You and your wife, Seal, are just incredibly brave. Since this story aired, you did adopt a little girl. She is adorable and she looks like you, which is like so crazy. And you also had another girl, Polly, who's 11 months old, also healthy.
It's a beautiful thing. I'm a girl dad to living children and a boy dad to 2 in heaven.
Yeah, that is wonderful. So you brought these bears. Let's go back. Talk about the bears first.
So these bears hold the remains of our 2 sons, Plum and Boone. And part of what Walk With Me did is help us in that process in getting ashes in the bears. They're weighted so we can feel what they weighed when they were born and the last time we got to see them. And our first loss was 2016. And we got introduced to Walk With Me and the support that they provide through support groups, counseling services, weighted bears, etc., handprints, footprints of the baby, and kind of started walking through the grieving process with them. They helped us through the first 6 or 7 months of that. And then we got pregnant again and unfortunately lost our second son. And in the process, almost lost my wife. She had some serious complications in giving birth. And so Walk With Me was actually at the hospital to get the handprints and footprints of Boone. And that was a huge help because you leave the hospital without the thing that you went in for,
right,
the baby. So you're empty-armed, but you have a crate full of memories that you can at least hold and touch and have something tangible later.
I think those things are so important because at the time when you're going through this terrible grief and trying to process everything that's happening, you're not thinking of saving the items from the hospital. You're not thinking of handprints and footprints, and that's where Walk With Me comes in.
Absolutely. It's when you're in a space of pain and grief at that level, it's hard to think straight. It's hard to know what to do. And these are the things that we would desperately hold on to. If our house caught on fire, those would be the first things we'd pull out, is the handprints and footprints. And Walk With Me also does a ton for parents as they continue through that grieving process. They'll provide funding for counseling, which is really important.
Yeah.
We've experienced a lot of parents that end up divorced because they can't deal with the grief.
Yeah.
But also as individuals, and men especially don't deal with grief well. And that's something that I'm advocating for more in this nonprofit. But Walk With Me provides an opportunity to hope, and that's kind of the tagline, is choosing hope. And through that, pain and suffering, it won't always be that way. There will be joy and you will have hope at some point.
Yeah. So now you serve on the board. I know that's really close to your heart and important for you. You're emceeing the upcoming Walk With Me Gala. I'm honored to be the keynote speaker that night. Tell everyone a little bit about what they can expect at that gala.
Well, it's actually, we always talk about it as, it's a very difficult topic.
Yeah.
And it's, there's a lot of heavy stories. You're going to share your story. We have featured family stories. But we also have a lot of fun. So it's a good mix of joy and sorrow. The theme this year is black and white, so it kind of represents that joy and sorrow. But great food, drinks. We have a live and silent auction. Some entertainment. Our live auctioneer is a lot of fun, and we have a little banter back and forth. And like you said, I'm the MC, and thank you for keynote speaking for us and being a part of that. But it's a great opportunity to fellowship with the parents, but also the sponsors and donors. And we're a local Colorado nonprofit, and all the money goes back into this community. So it's important for folks to be able to support us and know that we're out there, and for any grieving parents that we are there just to be a listening ear in your grief.
Talk about a community that really didn't want to be in this group, right? Like everyone in this room shares a very similar story and connection, which is hard, but that's why it's important to come that night, support it, find the balance between having a good night, but also sharing stories and raising some really incredible money for Walk With Me, which I think is just an incredible organization.
Yeah, well, thank you again. And if anybody wants to join, the gala is next Saturday, the 22nd. Tickets close tomorrow. So you can go to our website, walkwithme-nonprofit.org, our events tab, or we're looking for monthly donors to continue to sustain the support for these grieving parents.
Yeah, and I think we have a full screen here as well that we're going to pull up really quick that just has all of the information as well. Walk with Me next Saturday, October 22nd. It's at Infinity Park. It's a 5 o'clock cocktail hour, dinner, auctions. There's going to be some really great things that are happening there that night. You can find more information by going to walkwithme-nonprofit.org. We're going to put all the information on our website, 9news.com. And again, today is the last day to purchase tickets. So get on there and support them. Thank you so much for coming in.
Thank you for allowing me.